Geno, before we get to the seniors, can you talk about 26 regular season titles, conference in 32 years? Can you put that in some kind of perspective?
We screwed up the other 6, huh? Well, it is pretty amazing because a whole bunch of those were done in the best conference in the country at the time. So it was something to really be proud of, to be able to, to win your conference when you're competing against, nothing but great teams every week. But regardless of what league we've been in, anytime you start the season, that's goal number one. Goal number one is, let's try to win the conference championship regular season. It really is the winner of the conference. You have to prove it over a period of 4 or 5 months. You got to win games on the road. You got to win them at home. So you prove that you're the best team in the league. And then, now they have a conference tournament, and you have to go do it again over a period of 3 days. Because they, trying to get more teams in the NCAA tournament, or they're trying to make a lot of money. They're not trying to prove who the best team in the league is. We just did that. So that's our goal every year. We want to be the best team in the league. And we accomplished our goal.
On the seniors, just what do you think the state meant for them, and what were you thinking, pregame there, the ceremony?
Pretty much the usual. When senior night comes around, you think back to a different time when they were much younger, and how much has changed in the time that they've been here for them, their families. The parents of some of the kids were, thanking me for letting their kids be part of this experience. And, I'm thanking them for, giving us 4 years of, their kids. So it's just a time to look back. And that's what I do during these times, look back to see where they were and where they are now. It's a pretty good feeling when they finally get to that day and they can walk out there with their parents. It's a really good thing.
So it's tough to see from her seats, but what happened to Olivia, and is she doing okay?
She caught a shot right in the nose, right on the bridge of her nose. And, Geno, our athletic trainer, said, that's it, she's done for the day. But we don't know, she'll get it looked at, but it doesn't appear to be broken or anything serious. No one will know more after she gets looked at. But since it wasn't a hand check, they didn't call it.
Anyone else?
This game usually is physical.
Oh, yeah.
You obviously were expecting that. And what did you think about the kind of chippy play, I guess you can call it?
It's going to be like that. It's going to be like that. Their style of play is a very, very aggressive style of play, and they're trying to disrupt everything that you're doing, and the only way you can do that is you've got to really get after it. And when you're getting after people, pretty good chance that it's going to get real physical. It's not just playing hard, it's playing physical. And they're a tough bunch. They're a tough bunch to play against, and they're a tough team to beat. Luckily for us, our defense has been really, really, really good for long stretches during the game. And that certainly helps us, Yeah.
Geno, how about second half. Like she came on, really looked for a shot and
Yeah.
made a bunch.
Yeah, she made one of the bigger plays of the game. The that drive, I'm going to call it a drive. It looked like a fast walk. That drive, that bucket, that bank shot, and the foul, that was huge. That came at a really big moment in the game, and then she made a three, I think. So yeah, I think she's to the point in her season now at UConn that if you don't start the game great, that doesn't mean it has to stay like that the whole game. And I said something to her in the first half, and I'm glad that it was a different half for her the second half. She was really good. Really, really good. And so was Liv. Liv was fabulous. Again, she doesn't get a lot of help down there. And it was really, really physical for her. Really. But I think everybody that played well. They took turns. Meg rebounded the ball really tough on the defensive end, and that was the kind of game that was going to be. And we talked a lot about that. Those were going to kind of be deciding moments in the game. How well we were able to rebound, and for the most part, we did a great job of that, especially Meg.
What did you think of Anna playing most of the fourth with 4 fouls and being able to hold off on getting that fifth, and then Meg too?
Yeah. I just want to check the video tomorrow, see how she got her fourth, or how she got all 4. 2 of them were just the dumbest fouls I've ever seen, trying to block a shot from behind on the jump shot. Why when you're that slow and you can't jump, would you try to block a shot? It makes no sense whatsoever. So I want to see those 2. Those were dumb. Then the other 2 I want to see if they were legit, because she's usually never close enough to anybody to foul. So I want to see exactly how that came about. She wants to stay in the game. I told her, I said, if you commit dumb fouls, you're going to be sitting on the bench instead of playing. So if you want to play more, then you got to stop committing dumb fouls. And she wants to play, obviously. She wants to play.
Coach, a lot of times in the season you've talked about how the team has gotten cold from 3 a lot and didn't shoot well, but today they shot 46% from 3. Can you talk about how big that was for you guys in extending the lead?
Yeah, we got it up to 20 at one point. We started making a bunch, because that's what you're going to end up getting. When Liv's in the game, we can score a little bit easier in the lane. And we did some things offensively that were really, really solid, and it gave us an opportunity to get those open threes. And yeah, we've not made a whole bunch of them lately, but we knew today they were going to have to make them, because today that's what you're going to get against them. You're not going to get a lot of stuff in the lane. You're not going to get a lot of drives to the basket. You're going to have to kick it. You're going to have to get it inside, kick it, and make shots. And we did. We're 12 for 26. See? That's pretty good. Yeah, it's pretty good.
You mentioned it a little bit before, but today we saw Anna kind of create her own shot, more or less, and it seems like she kind of has these spurts where she does that, but it's not necessarily a consistent thing. She usually wants to just, get that 3.
Yeah.
Is that something that you see her maybe developing over the course of the season? Is that more of a long-term thing, or how important is that for her to kind of add to her arsenal at this point in the year?
As you get older, if you're a three-point shooter, as you get older, you start to realize that unless you can do that, and unless you spend a lot of time working on that, your chances of getting open threes go down. So when people come out on you and close out really hard, and you can just use one dribble, maybe two max, and get like a little pull-up jump shot. Now, next time they come out, they may think twice about coming out that hard. So little by little, she's starting to add a little more. She's still the best passer we have with 1 second left on the shot clock. Makes you shake your head, doesn't it, some of the shit we do? So, yeah, Anna's she's got a lot of things in her game. And hopefully, little by little, as we move on, get to see a few more of them. How many rebounds she get today? 7? No. 5? Yeah, yeah. Yeah.
Anything else?
Yeah.
No. Can you pass it down?
Geno, the last couple of times here, you said, we played really, really good defense. If you think back 2.5 months, you said, this will never be a decent defensive team.
It won't.
Talk about the change.
Some of it is we have gotten a little bit better because we've gotten a little bit tougher. We've had to change up some of the things that we did to accommodate some of the uniqueness in our players, add a couple things here, subtract a couple things there, till we found the right formula that seems to work for us. But we're nowhere near where we need to be. I mean, Liv needs a lot of help in the lane. We can't afford her to foul, and they're just going to go right at her all the time. So we got to be able to do something about that. We still got to be able to do something about people dribbling it into the lane. And those two things can be worked on. But the other stuff, yeah, we have gotten better. We have, started spending a lot more time on it. We've been pretty good all year, way better than I ever imagined. But I think we're going to have to turn it up a notch as postseason comes.
So much of the offense runs through Liv. How can you keep it from stagnating while she's not out there?
Well, against a team like this, you do need somebody in the middle. And it happened to be Liv until it wasn't. And Kyla was in there, and she made a couple good decisions in there. Meg went in and made a couple good decisions. You just have to have somebody in the middle of that zone. Sometimes too much movement, too much running around against the zone is not great. And, that first play, the second half, where Meg cut and got a wide open layup on a pass from Liv. A real astute basketball person would go, how come you don't do that more often? Well, because the next time down the floor, we threw it and nobody cut. So does it get stagnant? Yeah. What causes it? People stagnate. That's the best I can tell you.
What does Crystal Dangerfield mean in this UConn program?
Playing that position at UConn is probably the best position in the country, and it can be the worst too. It can be so rewarding when you have, a couple 2,000-point scorers that you just come down and decide which one you're going to pass it to and walk out of there with 7 or 8 assists a night. It's very comforting that the other team's third or fourth best defenders guarding you. It's pretty comforting, and you've got it made. And she's been through all that with Gabby and Fisa and Lou and Kia and all those guys. She had it made. And then now she graduates to her senior year, and it's all, not all, but an awful, awful lot of it is on her shoulders. So she's had a real kind of a, broad experience here at Connecticut. She's had it real easy, and she's having it really tough right now. And she's done great. I think this has been one of the best years that she's had since she's been here, because she's being asked to do a lot more than she's ever been asked to do at both ends of the floor. you know. When Kia was here, Crystal never had to worry about guarding the other team's best player. Well, now she has to. So that, in addition to running the show, that's a lot. It's a lot. And now you're throwing the ball to guys that, when they catch it, hit the side of the backboard. Not a great way to pad your stats.